Welcome to our Advertising tab basic training video. In this video, we're going to give you an overview of how to use the basic level features we've added so you can take the time out of your advertising management and automate things as much as possible, while keeping full control of your campaigns. So let's jump right in. As always, we have pop-ups for key features, and you can click the Help button to get detailed documentation on this tool. Looking at our menu, you'll notice we have a similar hierarchy to Amazon Seller Central Advertising tab, but in a layout that you'll find gives you a lot more clarity. Here we have your campaigns listed. Here is where your ad groups are, then your ads, and your keywords. This basic level also includes a list of all your negative keywords, so you can see which are applied to each campaign. Lastly, we have a Settings tab. This lists all the accounts you currently have synced to ManageByStats. The beauty of this layout is that you can take action on all campaigns at once from any tab. The changes in budgets and bids you make here are automatically uploaded to your account in real time. You'll notice we have buttons at the top of the page. The first one is Filter. This is similar to Seller Central, where you can filter your campaigns or keywords by active, paused, or archived. Action. This button is similar to the bulk edit functions in Seller Central, where you can select campaigns or keywords and take bulk editing actions on them. This includes raising and lowering bids by a dollar amount or a %. You can also bulk edit or set your TACOs, which stands for Target ACOS. We'll cover this feature later in more detail. You can change selected campaigns and keywords to active, paused, or archived from here as well. Views. This button allows you to create saved views so you can filter your campaigns and keywords to find the ones needing to be changed, and then return back to that view routinely to make your adjustments, thus saving time. We've included some preset views that will help you get started with this feature, which we will cover in detail shortly. The next one on the right-hand side is Columns. Here is where you can customize your view of which columns you'd like to see when managing your campaigns and keywords. Similar to Seller Central, where you can check off which columns you'd like to see, this does the same thing. But we have some additional columns that give faster clarity to what's going on. You'll see these are broken apart by sections: Data, Performance, and Attributed Sales. Attributed Sales shows you what sales you received from your ads in a certain time period. Seller Central only shows you the sales attributed to your ads for buying within 7 days of clicking the ad. In Seller Central downloadable reports, you can also get the data on sales that happen within 1 day of clicking on your ad, as well as any sales that happen within 30 days of clicking on your ad. Here, we provide all three. This helps you determine if a keyword is profitable on a 30-day basis, even if not on a 7-day basis. So you'll see this, which means attributed sales within 7 days. Another feature we've added, which Amazon does not have, is TACO's gain/loss. TACOs stands for Target ACOS, which you can specify. The gain or loss compares ACOS to your target ACOS only if a target ACOS has been set. The last button is Date Range. This is similar to Seller Central, where you can set a date range you want to look at, but we've added a few things here to speed things up. First, we've added preset custom intervals of 7, 14, 30, and 60 days. So you don't always have to go through the process of selecting a custom interval if you use these date ranges routinely. We then added a feature called Custom Days Back. This allows you to exclude, for example, the last 3 days, which is useful because ACOS and attributed sales are often inaccurate for the last 2 to 3 days, due to pending sales, delayed adjustments by Amazon due to false ad clicks, and more. This date range feature also connects to your Views button. So, if you save a view with particular filters, it will also save the date range you have selected. A few other features we added can be seen in the Keywords tab. So, let's jump in there and go over these briefly. The first feature we've added is a History drop-down button, so you can compare previous time periods to the current date range being viewed. Clicking here, you can see the default of 2 date ranges, 30 and 60 days. You can then click this tool button to select other date ranges that may suit your needs. The next feature is Bid History. In the bid column, you will see this icon. Clicking on it, you get a pop-up window showing you any bid changes you've made through our system. This will assist you to see what changes you've made in the past, which can help you evaluate if the bid changes are helping or hurting compared to your ACOS or gain/loss. And lastly, there is a detail button to the far right of each keyword. Clicking this gives you a new window with a statistics button, giving you a snapshot view of all the column data for that keyword. You can then go back to the previous page using these buttons here. Now, let's go over some of the features we mentioned earlier. Clicking on the filter button, we can filter these to have only the active keywords. If we wanted to take action on our keywords, we could sort them by ACOS to see those which have a high, bad ACOS. Then click the action button, select all, and then raise the bid by a dollar amount or a percent. If we wanted to get a clearer view of which ones we are losing money on, we could set the target ACOS for all these, then update the tab, and we can see the tacos gain-loss now shows which keywords we are losing the most money on, and we could then adjust based on that instead of only using ACOS as a determining factor. Let's go over the preset views we provided. We have preset views for each page, with each page having its own view, as filters in the keywords page would not all apply to the campaign level page, for example. Starting with the keywords views, you have default view, which gives you the default column similar to what you would see in Seller Central. You then have biggest loss. This filters your keywords by bid greater than 0, which would remove the auto campaigns as they don't have a bid set. Then by spend greater than $10, and lastly by tacos gain loss. And this column is sorted highest to lowest, in this case worst to least worst. Remember that this will only work if you set your target ACOS. This view also includes the attributed sales within 30 days for a bit of a broader view. This view also uses the date range of 17 to 3 days back, so you are always seeing data that is in a 2-week period starting 3 days ago. If you are an administrator for your MBS account, you can change the filters on these preset views to match the needs of your business. With this view, we recommend lowering the bid on the worst performing keywords by 10%. The next view is largest gains. This is similar to the biggest loss, but changes the tacos gain/loss to greater than 0. So you can see which are making you the most profit. For these, we suggest raising the bid by 10%. The next view is no sales keywords. This filters by bid greater than 0, spend greater than $10, and sales equals 0. For these, we suggest lowering the bid by 10%. The next views we created are for your auto campaigns, which need to be done in the Ad Groups tab. You have a default view which is similar to what you would see in Seller Central, and then you have Auto Gain/Loss. Clicking this view will filter your ad groups by only auto campaigns, and also have them sorted by tacos gain/loss, so you can see which are overspending and thus need adjustments to the default bid. And lastly, you have a default view for your Campaigns tab, as well as a tacos gain/loss view so you can see which campaigns need action taken on them if you wanted to drill into one campaign on an individual basis. You can start from the Campaigns tab, then click the Detail button for that campaign, which would then drill down to the ad group view for that campaign only. You could then click the Detail button for that ad group, which would drill down to the Ads tab, and you can then click on the Keywords tab to see the keywords for that ad set, as well as the negative keywords for that ad set. And that covers all the features of our basic training for the Advertising tab. I'll see you in the next video.